We're going to look at how to use Python Turtle to create some basic sort of graphics and some simple enough games. So we'll be doing something like this in this first video. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is to go to your Moodle page, and I have a link there. We're going to need this toolkit called Tincture. So I want you just to follow the instructions that I have there. So import and then space Tincture. So you're doing that at the idle prompt. Okay, so you're coming down here to your Python idle. Okay. And at this idle prompt, you're typing import, K-I-N-T-E-R. So no underscores, lowercase, etc. And you should run it and see if it works. I'm just going to do it. Now, so the first thing I see here, see there, import underscore Tincture. So, and you see how my one ran. I didn't get any errors when I ran it. So that's just telling me that there's no problems. If there was a problem with me trying to install that toolkit, I'd get an error here. So that means it can be installed. Now I've already got it installed, so I want you to go ahead then and do import Tincture like that. You can try it and test it. And it'll give you a little a pop-up window. And I actually want you to just copy and paste this code into a idle file and run it and see what happens. Okay, so you should get something that runs like this. Okay, and I get a little simple GUI like that. So if you get that, we know it's working. Okay. Right, so let's look at the our first few little games that we can run. So we're going to try and run something like this, and we're going to start off by showing you, I suppose, how to create a very simple sort of image. So our first line of our code, I suppose after the shebang line and so on, our first line of code is this. So, and it'll always be, if we want to use this turtle package, we've always got to use this line here. So it's from turtle import star. Now, sometimes if you're looking at some help, some sort of help online, they might have import, and under here they might have, bits of text with only importing parts of the library. Import star means bring everything in. So I'm bringing in everything, all the different packages and tools that I can use with the turtle package. Okay, and so then I've got to. So once you've included that means your turtle will run. I've then got to declare a new turtle. So just like we declared variables before, I'm declaring a variable here. I'm going to call my guy turtle. You can call him whatever you want, and he's of this type. Turtle with a capital T and then round brackets. Now, what we're actually doing here is we're using a class called Turtle. So if you hear of object-oriented type programming, Turtle is a class that has been written. And so each time I create a new turtle, I'm creating an object of that class. And that turtle class has lots of methods and bits of code written for it. And we're simply going to we're reusing those methods that already exist. I'm not asking you to create your own code or create your own object classes. We're simply going to declare our own turtle, and he's going to be of this type turtle. Okay, so my guy here is called Turtle. I can call him anything I want. And then my notation is, so it's my turtle's name, dot, and then this method that I want to use. So this first method is show turtle. Let's make my turtle visible. And then I want my turtle to move forward 100 pixels. So let's just run this and see what happens. There we go. So my turtle started here. And it showed, and then it moved forward 100 spaces. So there's my my first little image. The next thing we're going to do is this guy. Okay, so the same thing here. I'm importing my turtle, Notice here I didn't do from turtle import. It's just another way of writing it. It works fine. Here I'm going to, in this one I'm creating a graphics window. I called it Win, okay, which is turtle.screen. So give me a screen, and I want the background colour of the screen to be a nice pink, hot pink. I've created a turtle called Blob. So Blob is a turtle, so turtle.turtle. I've changed Blob's colour to blue, and I've changed the pen size to 3. Okay, I'm just going to put all this off here as comments for a second. Okay, and we're just going to move Blob forward, backward. Okay, and let's just see what happens. Okay, so turtle was there and he moved backward 30 spaces. Okay, so I've got a nice hot pink. So let's look at my code again. Okay, so I've got my nice hot pink here. So Win is my screen, the background screen. The colour is hot pink. Blob was what I called my turtle. He's of the type turtle here. And the colour of Blob was blue. You can see he's blue. My pen size is 3, so it's a little bit thicker than it was in the last version. And I moved him backwards 30 spaces. I'm going to change that code here just to show you. So I'm going to bring that down a little bit here. I put a for loop in here just to show you how to change the colour. Okay, so I'm using a for loop. So I'm changing the colour on each time from black to pink to purple to yellow. So I've got a list of colours, and I'm saying for each colour in here, change the colour. So each pass, I change the colour. I move forward 50 pixels. I turn left 90 degrees, and then I do another for loop to get to the next colour and so on. So let's run that. Okay, and so there you can see. Let me just get my code out of the way. Pardon me, no. So I could run that again. We'll just go through the code. Okay, so let's look at the code here. Gosh, I'm making a right mess here this time, aren't I? I'll do it one more time. If it doesn't work this time, I'm going to leave it. Okay, so you can see here again, my background was hot pink. My turtle, I've called him Blob. You can call him whatever you want. And I changed the pen colour each time. So I started off as black, moved to a pink, moved to a purple, and moved to a yellow. And each time it moved forward 50 spaces, turned left 90 degrees, moved forward 50 spaces, turn left 90 degrees, move forward 50 spaces, and turn left on each pass. Okay. All right, let's look at the next one. And the next one here is a show 3. Okay, I'm going to run this and then we'll look at the code. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in this one, again, I've imported my turtle. I've opened a screen which I've called Win. I've changed the background colour to a light blue this time. And notice here, what I've done is I've changed my turtle. I've given my turtle a shape. I called him a turtle. Okay, so he's turtle. I've increased the size of my shape. So he's he's 2. Now you need to give it 3 parameters there, which is sort of the stretch size. I've changed his colour to green and the pen size to 2. Now I've got a pen up here. I'm going to take pen up off. And I'm going to show you why we do that. Okay, so notice when I had turned pen up, left it, it moved to its starting position and it drew a line as it moved. Okay, so I set the position then to 60-30. So it moved to position 60-30. Sorry, I'm going to move run that again. Okay, so it moved to position 60-30, okay, that's the XY coordinates. It made a stamp of the picture. I put my pen down and then I started drawing. So I drew 4 sides, it went forward, left, left. Okay, in this next bit of code, see what I'm doing here? I've drawn a circle. Okay, so my screen was light blue. I've changed my turtle. If you notice, he was a shape of turtle as he turned around. I changed his shape. The color was green. The pen size was 2. I said pen up as I moved to the home position. Let's turn that pen up off. It might just happen to be in home. Let's roll it and see. She was already starting in the home position. Okay, so that didn't make much difference then. And then I drew a circle, okay, of 60. So 60 pixels wide. And at the end, then I hid the turtle. Now, if I turn the turtle off, and let's just check that. So you see at the end that it leaves this turtle showing at the end. So if I were the turtle without the turtle shape, without the turtle picture, at the end I've got to hide him. Okay, so we're back here at this code. I've put a comment on that to show you what the pen up does. Okay, so okay, here we go, I'll look at a picture. Oh, so I hadn't, okay, taken the pen up off. Okay, so notice here, if you take the pen up off and you set its position, let's just look what happens. Okay, pen up off. Okay, so as it moves the position, it draws a line. Okay, we'll go back to the other code there with the square on it. So that's what I had done in that one too. The position here is its XY coordinates. So 0, 0 is right in the center of the screen. If I do, for example, 200 on an X, and I'm going to go say negative, or let's leave it at 0 on the Y for a minute, run. Okay, so you jumped over there on the X position. Let's just change the Y position as well. So I've got too many windows open. That's why I'm flicking from one to another. Let's change this to a negative 50. And there we go. And see, went down and down and across. Okay. Right, I had flicked there to a circle, and let's just look, here it is. So here we are, we're drawing the circle. I'll take the pen up off again. So let's say I want the circle to happen over here on the left-hand side of the screen. I want it to happen at, say, minus 100, minus 100. Okay, there it went over and across. Okay. So let's just recap those commands again. So we need to import the library at the beginning. We can declare a screen with this dot screen notation. Notice the capital S. I've called my one win. You can call it whatever you want. You can change the .bg, background color, to whatever you want it to be. You declare a turtle as this. If you want to change the shape of the turtle, you put that in brackets when you declare it. You can change the size of the turtle, so it's dot, the shape size. Dot color, again, notice it's an American spelling. Dot pen size for the thickness of the pen. Dot pen up to lift the pen up off the screen as you move around, so you're not drawing lines. Dot set position with the XY coordinates for where you want to start drawing of the screen. Dot home, return to dot 0, 0. Dot pen down to start drawing. Dot circle, 60, is to draw a circle of 60 pixels wide. Dot hide turtle is to hide the image from the screen. And the other couple that we had was dot stamp, make a stamp of the picture at the location. Dot forward, move forward 50 pixels, dot left, and there's a dot right, and there's a dot backward also. Okay, so now I'd like you to try that. So see if you can create a turtle with your own name or whatever name you want, You don't need to give him a shape. You don't need to give him a picture at the moment.